Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, SamLad2001. Now, today I'm very aware that my previous video I made an update saying that I was going to do a review on The Apprentice. Now, before I start this, you'll probably be wondering why I'm doing a review on The Apprentice. Why? How is it going to benefit you? Well, for starters, let me just tell you that this isn't for your benefit, this is for my benefit, because I take business. So if I'm at school, business is like something I take, so doing a review on it, I'm kind of being able to, it helps me learn a bit more about business. So I'm doing a review on it just for my benefit. So if you get the idea that it is for your benefit, then you're wrong. So I just wanted to clarify that. But today's video is I'm going to do a review on The Apprentice. And for starters, if you don't know what it's about, then I suggest you take a look at it. It's quite good. It's quite an interesting show. The viewing figures is quite good. So for starters, I don't think I'll be going on it anytime soon. But one thing I can say is that it can benefit me. So if I'm watching it, it's kind of benefiting, it's beneficial and all that stuff like that. All these big words. But for starters, I think this episode was good. And when so it started with 18 candidates, and all of them came in enthusiastic, which they have to, because if they're not enthusiastic, I suppose they won't be getting in. So they've got to have courage in themselves, and I think that's the way they get in at the end of the day. I mean, I've never been on it, so I don't honestly know what it's like. The interesting thing is, when there's also arguments, we don't always know what's going to happen, so we'll see what happens there. But basically, they all came in, and Logic had a look at the business plans, and you know, he was just getting to know people. But ultimately, he was just telling them about the process, what's going to happen in the next 12 weeks. Obviously, he's looking for a business partner, and business isn't about making friends at all. So he made it perfectly clear that we're not here to make friends. You stick up for yourself. But of course, in their defense, if they disagree with that, you've also got to make friends, because you want people on your side at the end of the day. If you're working in a team, the least thing you want is arguing. So that is pretty much what happened in there. But then he told us what they had to do. So for the first task, they had to, I believe they had to sell antiques. Now, antiques is quite big in the market. It's got a good growth market. I don't really have much experience in antiques, but like many of the other candidates, I don't think they did. So the girls, first of all, it was girls versus boys, which I'm not really bothered about, but I would prefer if there were mixed teams, because some girls, if they're like a certain, if the girls won or the boys won, and then someone made a remark saying, oh, boys always win, they're better than girls, girls can take it seriously. So there's a bit of a sexism remarks in there, but there is also, you know, but that's my own opinion. From what I've heard, some people could take things really seriously. But other than that, yeah, Michelle put herself forward, and may I say, from what I've seen, it wasn't very enthusiastic. I think it was the fact that no one would volunteer, which I hate it when that happens, because they came here and they say, oh, they're all big, and of course they're like only exaggerating about that, and if they don't exaggerate, they won't get in, as I said before. But it is kind of annoying when they just don't put themselves forward, and you can't let that as an excuse. I mean, you know, they're supposed to be smart people. First week, you've got to make an impression on Lord Sugar and the aides. But that's pretty much what happened. And then Paul was the project manager, for team. I don't know the names of the teams yet, but all I know is that Paul was the project manager for the boys team. And what the other thing that happened was that nothing really much happened to the boys because the girls lost. So I'm just going to explain what the failures were. So for starters, Michelle, there was 9 girls in the team, same as boys, obviously. And I think the mistake that Michelle made was just, obviously you can't go against your gut feeling. That's one important thing, crucial thing in business. If you go against your gut feeling, then you're not doing business correctly. That's all I know. But and Michelle actually, I don't know if she actually went with a gut feeling. She kind of did, but I think the gut feeling was a mistake. I think she was a bit quiet throughout the task. There was like some girls who were just being a bit silly, and then there was some who weren't even speaking at all. And there was some quite impressive things. So there was Jessica, who I wasn't really impressed with her because her business techniques were, I didn't really say much in her today, but well, yeah, this episode, but also she was very like, she was very immature, like, so she wouldn't do things right or anything. She'd be threatening to throw a plant pot at someone when they were selling antiques. I don't know why I said plant pot though. But of course, when she got in the boardroom, I don't think she was willing to take responsibility at all. She was just fighting for a corner. Some people made mistakes, but other than that, yeah. So they made the mistake by going to Clampton, which doesn't have much in the market, and then the buyer brought it at the wrong place. That's another mistake. So mistakes after another. And also there was some people, they got a name. I'm trying to think about what a name was. But yeah, there was some people who just wouldn't, who didn't make enough profit, and there was people like Alana who, I think she was out of the bottom 3. I don't think she was the worst. I think she was like probably although, because she did take kind of some responsibility, but I think they were both pinning it at Michelle. That's why she had gone, and that's why she was fired. So Michelle was fired, and I felt quite sorry for the other one, whatever her name was. I'll put it in the comments if I remember, but the other girl who didn't sell any, felt a bit for her because we all have bad days, and unfortunately she obviously lacked that day, and it wasn't a very good first impression for the Lord Sugar. So that's all I know for now. The next episode will be coming soon, so I'll hopefully do a review on that. But remember, this is only for my benefit, so if you don't like this video, I'm very sorry, but I will not delete it. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have a good day.